Black colleges were an interesting place. Most of them, during that period, had white presidents. And they were run in a very draconian kind of way, with moral codes and with lots of rules. The white presidents were completely ill-equipped as to what to do with these African Americans who now wanted to shape their own destiny and were very spirited and were defiant.
Mackenzie, the Fisk University president, is not the kind of person that you would have expected to come to Fisk. He had worked out west on Shoshone Indian reservations, and he had an extensive experience with Native American white relations. The Board of Trustees of Fisk made no real distinction between working with Native Americans and working with African Americans. His white secretary commented that she didn't think that he understood Black people and wasn't even sure that he liked them.
President Mackenzie comes in with the notion that he can make Fisk more conservative, that he can take Fisk University students and educate them in a different direction. So he starts to make changes.
He wouldn't let them have any social organizations.
A bell told them when to get up,
He took away the track team.
when to go to breakfast,
He took away the baseball team.
when to go to class.
Men and women could not walk together.
He would make no compromise. Mackenzie said, "I am as old-fashioned as the Ten Commandments," because he believed that blacks were particularly sensuous beings who needed more restraint. What he was afraid of, I think, was widespread. He was afraid of sex, basically. W.E.B. Du Bois heard about all this from his daughter, Yolanda, who was a student at Fisk. And then when Yolanda was graduating in 1924, Fisk invited Du Bois to speak.
I have come to criticize. In Fisk today, discipline is choking freedom. Ironclad rules, suspicion are almost universal. The Negro race needs colleges. We need them today as never before. But we do not need colleges so much that we can sacrifice the ideals of the Negro race. W.E.B. Du Bois.
He's saying to his students, resist. Resist this repression. Rise up.
The Fisk students had engaged in a tin pan riot. Shouts of Du Bois are heard. They went about the campus for a period of an hour or two. They came back to their beds and were asleep by 10 o'clock when it was time for the lights to go off. Students awoke to find as many as 80 Metro Nashville policemen in full riot gear.
They treat the students as criminals. They handcuff the students. They immediately place them into these paddy wagons and they take them off to jail.
Some claim that they heard gunshots. Maybe the first shots fired ever on a historically black campus, but it certainly wouldn't be the last.
The students were so angry that they went on strike. And for 10 weeks, they refused to attend class. The trustees essentially decided that it was not possible to continue to have a university if they had no students.
My dear Lambert, if you have not already learned, I've resigned as president of Fisk University and probably want to return to the rank of teacher, preferably in the field of sociology, including race relations. Very truly yours, Fayette Mackenzie.
It's a victory because it makes national headlines, and students at other black universities across the country are emboldened, they are inspired. They participate in their own protest in the weeks and in the months and years that follow the Fisk fight. It shows that the modern new Negro student, right, it will no longer stand for the Victorian atmosphere of their predecessors.